guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my makeup inventory so that we can see everything that's in my makeup collection, and then this way we'll also be able to compare what I have at the start of this year versus what we'll have at the end of this year. I'm considering that I am going on a no-buy and I'm really hoping to reduce the amount of things in my collection. This will be a great way for us to just be able to see that progress go through. I have broken this down category by category, and I have all of my notes over here, so if you see me glancing in this direction, that's why. I will be putting pictures up on the screen of my different categories, and I do have all of my numbers, and I have them broken down into 3 different sections for each category, one being full-size products, one being deluxe size samples, and then one just being samples, which be like the one-time use packets and things like that. And I decided to include those because typically they'll just sit in my collection, and I wanted to make sure that anything coming in, anything I own, is getting used up. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. So my first category that I have here, I have pretty much ordered this in the way that I would apply makeup. My first category is primers, and I do currently have 10. Now, 4 of those are one-time use sample packets, and 3 of them are deluxe size samples, so I do foresee me being able to make a lot of headway in this category particularly. I'm not too worried about anything here. There's a few primers that I haven't had a lot of time to play with, mainly the Yensa Tone Up Primer Essential Glow, but what I have played with I do like, so I don't see a problem really getting through any of them. My end of the year goal for this category is just going to be to end up with 2. I think I can easily get through the rest of them, but I think that the Yensa primer and the Ilia primer are going to take a while to move through, so that's why my goal is 2. And all of my goals are based on me actually being able to use up the products. I'm not really looking to reduce my numbers through just decluttering, and I absolutely will be doing declutters, and I actually think I'll probably be doing one here soon, but it's not the way that I want to get rid of the majority of my makeup. I really do want to use things up, but at the same time I don't want to use things that I'm not enjoying. I'm not here to hate pan, so it's just about me getting enjoyment out of everything and making sure I'm getting the most use out of what I already have. So our next category is foundations, and I have 12 foundations, 3 of which are sample sizes and 9 of which are full-size products, which is really way too much for me. Most days I don't even wear foundation. I'm not wearing foundation today, so I don't know how this category has ballooned as much as it has. I really want to reduce this category particularly. And I probably won't be buying any more foundations until I'm down to 2 or 3, regardless of if the year is over and I'm out of my no-buy year. After looking at this and evaluating my foundations, I think it's reasonable for me to end up with 5 foundations at the end of the year. So that's my goal for now. I'm really excited to reduce this category. I think it's absolutely absurd that I have this many, and I really don't know how it got to be so large, and it's just a perfect example of why I want to do this no-buy year. My next category is concealers. I have 9 in total, 6 being full size, 3 being sample sizes. This I am also trying to get down to 2. For the most part, I like all of my concealers. I think the only one that I'm really not enjoying is the one that's currently in my project pan, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Wand Concealer. I'm just realizing that that is not the product for me. I don't hate it enough to declutter it, so I am going to work my way through it, but I'm just finding it's not the best option for me. And then next we come to powders. I currently have 5, 7 of which are full size, 1 of which is a deluxe. I don't go through powders too quickly, so right now it's my plan to work those down to 5 powders by the end of the year. I do like all of my powders. I'm not exactly sure how that one will go. Like I said, I really don't use too much powder. I have dry skin, so it can really just add a lot of texture that I don't need. So currently my goal is just to get down to 5. Next is my setting spray category, and I'm very happy with the size of this. I actually just have two, both of which are the Tower 28 Daily Rescue Facial Spray. I have a full size and a travel size. I actually use the travel size daily and will just refill it. I do count it as two because it is still two separate items in my collection, but I am perfectly happy with that. I am not planning on changing, so my end of the year goal is exactly what I have, which is two. Next, I'm starting to come into my colored face products. So the first one I have are bronzers. In total, I do have 10 full-size products. I did kind of go crazy when the Fenty Cream bronzers came out, so I have 3 of them, which is way too many. This is definitely something I want to reduce, but I'm also not exactly sure how many I can get out. I've kind of made the ambitious goal of trying to use up 2 of these. I'm not sure if I'll really be able to use up any of the powders, but I do think I can get the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand and the Tower 28 bronzer done by the end of the year. So it's my goal to have 8 by the end of the year. Then we come to blushes, and I do have 17 different blushes, 12 of which are full size and 5 of which are deluxe sample sizes, but when you're talking about a blush, a deluxe sample size is still a ton of product. I fully suspect that it's also going to take a lot of time to get any of these out of here. So I think what my goal is going to end up being is just to reduce this to 14 blushes. Again, these goals are really based off me not decluttering, but using products up. So I think 14 is probably a good number to strive for. And just to make a note, I do have my Bite multi-sticks. Everything that's a matte shade I have here because that's typically how I use them. Next, coming up to my highlighters, I again have 17, 13 are full size, 2 are deluxe sizes, and 2 are sample sizes. I do think with this category that I'm going to make the goal to get down to 13 products. Again, that's to use up. Getting to 13, not necessarily decluttering, but we'll see how it all goes. But I would like to get 4 of these completely used up. Next, coming to face palettes, I do have 20, which is far too many. I'm sure I'll be able to get 1 of these completely used up, but I'm not too sure how many others I would be able to use up, so I'm going to keep this goal, again, conservative at 19. And I have included anything in face palettes that's more than just 1 product, so I even have a few duos in here, but I'm just putting them all under the umbrella of face palette. Next up, I do just have my 1 eyeshadow primer. I'm more than happy to keep having 1 for now. I'm not really sure it's something that's necessary for me in my makeup use, so I'm not sure it's something I will continue to purchase, but for now I'm very happy with just having 1. So I'm going to keep that as my goal. And then we start getting into eyeshadow palettes. I do have 17 eyeshadow palettes, which is far too many. I am doing a Pan That palette with the Hush and Biba palette, but I'm not expecting to fully use that up and take it out of my collection. I'm not going to make a goal for this category just because I don't see myself being able to use up any of these and actually get them out, but there may be a few that I end up decluttering or selling on Poshmark. So we're just going to see how that goes, but I'm just not going to list a goal for that. It's not my goal to declutter things here, so that's why I wouldn't want to encourage any kind of numbers reduction. And then in my single shadow collection, I do have 15. I do have 2 more of the Bite multi-sticks, but these ones are very shimmery and I can't use them as anything other than eyeshadows, which is why they're in this category. Most of these are kinds of different odds and ends that I've depotted from other palettes. 2 of them are 2 NARS singles, 2 are from an old Tarte palette, 2 are from the Too Faced Festival palette, one's from a Wander Beauty palette that I got through Ipsy quite a while ago now, and then I have 2 of the Kiara Weiss cream shadows, and then I have 3 of the Urban Decay singles. Like I said, I do have 15 items in this category, and I think I can probably use up, I'm gonna give myself the goal to use up 2 of these. So I'm gonna have the goal to have this category down to 13 by the end of the year. And then I do have my eyeliners. I have 3 of these. 2 of them are Jacob's highliners, and then one that I also got in Ipsy, the Sugar, which is just a black kohl liner. I don't tend to use eyeliner that much. I'm not going to make a goal on this because I don't suspect that I'm going to be able to use up any of these, but I am really happy having all of them in my collection for right now. So I'm going to also leave that goal at 3. Next up we have my mascaras. I do have 8 in this category. 3 are full size and 5 are deluxe sample sizes. You can probably tell that I really like the Ilia Limitless mascara. It is my go-to, my everyday. So I bought a few backups. I think I can get most of these out by the end of the year. I think for this category, I want to reduce it down to 3 by the end of the year. Then I have my lashes, which are something I was kind of experimenting with last year, and I found that they're really just not for me. I will use them occasionally. My goal is to actually get out all 10 pairs of these lashes out of my collection. They're not something I have a lot of use for, and if I did want to use a pair of lashes for something special, I think I would rather just go out and buy a pair whenever I found the need for them rather than keeping them. And then I do just have the one Duo lash glue. At the end of the year, I will just be getting rid of that lash glue. At that point, I'll just be too old. Next we come to brows. I do have 7 products in this category, all full size. I do think I'll be able to get all 4 of those brow pencils used up this year. And then I would really love to see one other of those Patrick Ta brow waxes go. My goal for this category is going to be to have 4 items left, and that's also because of the rules of my no buy, which that video will be coming shortly. But I will allow myself to buy brow pencils when needed. So I think having 4 in this category is going to be a sweet spot for me. So that is going to be my goal, to have just 4. Alright, and we are coming to the end here, so I do just have lip products left, and there are 3 different categories for my lip products. Lipstick, lip glosses, and lip liners. I counted anything that is not a lip gloss or a lip liner in lipstick. So you can see those ones now, and I do have a total of 21, 16 of which are full size and 5 of which are deluxe sample sizes. I'm really worried about using up lip products this year just because we are always wearing masks. But I think I would be really happy to reduce this by 3. I think it'd be really good if I could get 3 of these used up. So I'm going to make my goal 18. And then coming to my lip glosses, I do have 15 of them, 7 are full size and 8 are deluxe. I think I'd also like to use up 3 of these. I think that would be manageable for me, so our end of the year goal is going to be 12. I think I could probably maybe get through more of those in a normal year, but because when you go out, you don't want a sticky lip gloss to be hitting your mask. So I think I'm happy with that goal. So my goal will be to hit 12 by the end of the year. And then lip liners, I do have 4 of them. They are all, for the most part, unused. There's 3 full size, and then the Bite is actually a sample size. I think it would be really nice if I could actually reduce this category by 1. Lip liners aren't something I use a whole lot of, but I have 4 of them, so I need to start getting use out of them. So I think that's probably a really good goal for me, is just to go ahead and use 1 of them up. So that is all of the makeup items that I have in my collection, and in total that is 207 products, which is kind of crazy to me to think that that's actually how much makeup I have. I really want to get those numbers down, and I'm really hoping that through this channel and just through this no buy that it will really help me to get this under control. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys will keep going through this journey with me and come to my 6-month check-in and my end of the year video for this. But that is all for me today. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you stay through this journey with me. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.